Oh dearie me, here we go again, another day of absolute one-man bankness. Um, Hello everybody, welcome to another Streamstructor. You may notice a couple of cosmetic changes with the live stream today. That's perfectly natural, perfectly normal. I'm not too concerned about it. It's part of a larger kind of mini rebrand of the channel that's coming up over the next couple of months. But how is everybody doing? How has your month been? Mine has been okay, apart from today when the good old migraine has been kicking in and causing me complete headaches, literally. I'm well enough to do this, but it's still a bit meh. I don't know what's going to happen. It's a bit strange and odd, but we'll see how it all goes. I've gone back to kind of more try and test technology as well. I'm back on the phone camera, so it's a bit clearer technology, and hopefully the mic sync is not too bad. It shouldn't be too far off what's actually coming on screen. Fingers crossed. You guys can comment and tell me if it is. We'll find out soon enough. I'm here on Facebook as well, which is the reason we got the hence the reason you've got the Facebook chat. I can't figure to speak for Toffee again, always the way. There's also YouTube as well. Hello to everybody who's watching on both platforms. It's very good to see you. And yes, this is another time of me talking to camera for about an hour, interspersed with archive stuff, just so you guys can have a laugh at my expense. That's not that at all, but that's the way it feels sometimes. Hello everybody who is watching. I hope everybody's doing well. I know that Frey is probably not going to be watching this live, so you'll catch me tomorrow, so that's fine. It's working well, don't worry. Have a good live stream. Well, he was watching it. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. At least it's working okay today. Thank you for that, Fraser. But he did check in quickly. He'll have a look at it properly at another time. He usually checks the day after. Arthur might not join us at some point. He's in transit. He did say he would come on, but obviously if he does turn up, great. If he doesn't, that's fine. I'm getting used to these one-man banks, as they call them. But hello, everybody. Leave a comment. Say hello. Say hello in the chat if you're here, and just tell me how your day's been, how your week's been. I'm about to go on another week off, so a lot of YouTube related content is going to be created. I've got the whole of Who month for November to do. And there's a few changes to the channel coming up in regards to what's happening with the schedule next month, but I'll talk more about them as we go on. But if you're not a regular to this, you will know that I do a bit of chat, a bit of nonsense talking, as some people call it. I certainly call it that, but I always put myself down, but there we are. Don't mention my engagement party too much. Okay, bye. Well, I'll do it from my point of view, shall I? Because obviously you had a lot of different things going on that day, Fraser. So I'm not going to turn around and implicate you in anything. Okay, there we are. Disclaimer out the way, or maybe not. I don't know. It's a bit weird, a bit odd. But hey, here we go. Bye. So yes, as you may know, we have a live stream. I have a live stream here. So basically what I do is intersperse it with archive stuff from the YouTube channel. I have nearly 400 videos, been going for 5.5 years weekly uploads. A lot to go down. So basically I go through some of the archives every month rather. And here is your lineup for today. So 3 videos today. Vlogs continue. Vlog 25, doing the water. My first trip to Rossby Castle. Not the last, but it will be my first. Then we have a bit of comedy with Split Personality. Bit of Pokemon No. Not Pokemon Go, but Pokemon No. And then the Doctor Who reviews, continuing with the Trial of the Time Lord series that we started last month on the archive here. The archive videos here. Parts 5 to 8, Mind Warp. So that will be exciting and fun to see. But yes, it's been a interesting month overall. There's a few stories I've got to tell and things like that. One of them is an engagement party I went to, which I think is really fun to mention. And Fraser's already alluded to what I was going to mention. It's his engagement party. It was a lovely affair, but I'll come into that a little bit more. We've got the birthdays, saying happy birthday to everybody. A couple of people got their birthday today, and I hope they're really having a great time. Speaking of birthdays, there's a certain birthday coming up on the 5th, which I might mention a few times today, because I'm like that. I'm terrible like that. We'll see. And then we've got my views on the big Doctor Who news that dropped last week. I've got to mention it. I've kept it till now. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. But yeah, a lot to talk about today, a lot of chat to talk about. So let's go on to the birthdays, I think. We'll start with the birthdays and just get the birthdays out of the way. Now, some of you may not know, I turn another year older on the 5th. So on Tuesday, I get another year older. I'm not the only one who celebrates my birthday in my friends list. Birthday on the friends list on the 5th of October. My reenactment colleague Jamie, he celebrates his birthday on the 5th of October as well. So happy birthday for that. And then another reenactment colleague, also called Jamie, celebrates his birthday on the 4th of October. So happy birthday, sir. Today's birthdays, though, one very lovely and important birthday, my old boss Emma. Happy birthday. You're abroad, which I'm insanely jealous about, but happy birthday, and I hope you have a lovely day, because I think it's a great time for you to go and just enjoy yourself with you, Ian, and your partner. So by all means, have a lovely day. I hope you're having a great day, and if you ever see this, then happy birthday, miss. Happy birthday. So other birthdays coming up. Kaylee, my friend Kaylee's birthday was yesterday. She's now no longer 21, but that's a different matter. Other birthdays coming up. We've got Donna. Her birthday's on the 7th. Happy birthday. Cindy, happy birthday on the 8th. James, happy birthday on the 19th. Then we have Robert. Robert, your birthday is on the 23rd. Happy birthday. Sarah, old school chum, her birthday's on the 24th. Scott, yours is on the 25th. Happy birthday for that. Lynn, the veritable Lynn, who has been on the live streams at various points in the past. Alexa, please play Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra. Her birthday is on the the 27th. Happy birthday for that. And then we have two others I want to make mentions to for happy birthdays in here. We've got Olaf. Her birthday is on the 1st of November, and she absolutely loves Halloween because she's born on Hallows Day. And David Parsons, happy birthday, sir, when it comes on the 2nd. I hope you have a wonderful day. So yes, those are the birthdays. So yeah, thought I'd get that out of the way soon, early, quick, whatever. I don't know, it's just one of these days and things today, get out of the way. So yeah, today I've been suffering a little bit of a migraine most of the day. Doesn't help when the weather's terrible and you've got to dry the washing in the house, because the heat just affects me terribly. I've just managed to get enough recovery to do this. I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to do this, but I am here. I'm ready to go and ready to have some fun and some chats and talks with you. Leave a comment on the Facebook, leave a comment on the YouTube. We're about to play the first of the videos for today of the vlogs. We're going to go with vlog 25, which is my trip to Rossi. Here we go. Hello there. Welcome to another vlog. This is vlog 25, or at least I hope it will be. It's Monday the 30th of May 2016, and I was going to do something a little more interesting. I'm going to do one of these living history vlogs, because there's a living history event coming up at Dumbarton Castle this weekend called Rock of Ages. Unfortunately, work has stopped me from going on the Saturday. I'm going on the Sunday. Now, to keep with my schedule that I've imposed on myself, bloody seagulls, with the schedule that I've imposed on myself, I need to do a release about 7 PM GMT every Sunday, and if I didn't do it, then I'm kind of breaking the rule, and it's going to be very difficult to, you know, film and edit in the one night. Not like that, it's my night of Doctor Who madness, so I can't really stop my Who group madness just for the sake of a video. So I've decided to I'm off tomorrow. I'm off the 31st, so I'm going to go and travel tomorrow and do a kind of travel vlog this month, going somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. It might be somewhere local, it might be somewhere quite far away. I don't know yet. This is the joys of public transport and how much I can afford and pay day. Excuse me a minute, I've got flies on my frigging jacket. Right, there we are. But yeah, so that's the idea of this month's vlog. I'll still film at Dumbarton Castle on Sunday, but I'll probably most likely do it on a kind of highlights package, because next month's plans is to be, oh, the light's getting a bit funny there. Next month's plans is for my family holiday to crack off, and I'm going to be doing probably a couple of videos of vlogging week, but the first one will be released at 7 PM GMT on Sunday, the first Sunday of July. My God, I am unfit. I've just realised that. But I'm coming home from work. So, ooh, pidgeys. Look at this. Pigeons all over the place. Get them up the right way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. I like that. My dad would hate that. He hates flapping wings and things like that. You won't get him on a butterfly farm. And he hates birds as well, flapping about like that. He'd hate going under that. But yeah, so this is the idea. Is for the vlogs for the next couple of months. But it's been quite a interesting format, the channel this month. You had the promo video last week, which was part of the odd week. But every week I have been doing a different theme video. So we've got a vlog like this this week, and then we have next week we have a interesting video which I've got to prepare this week, and then I've got a Doctor Who related video the third Sunday of the month, and then I've got a video which will be for some sort of comedy skit, and I've got to get this all done by the 22nd of June and edited and released and ready to be scheduled in for release, because I am going to be in Krakow in Poland with a family holiday, so I won't be able to access the internet on that Sunday to do what I need to do. So basically I want to have it in such a way that all the videos are released, so it's just a case of me then editing my stuff together for July and working on that, and working on my filming project, which is in the planning stage still, but I have made some contacts. You will find out more about it, believe me, you will find out more about it very soon, but it's not quite ready to be released to the world yet. I'm going to try and travel tomorrow. It's the 31st of May tomorrow. Today's the 30th of May. I've probably already said that already, but that's what happens when you witter on for 5 minutes. You kind of forget sometimes. But yeah, I'm going to go travelling tomorrow, but not with a car, because I don't have a car. That's been a pain for the past couple of months, but to be fair, I've managed to get places without it, and I'm planning to go on my longest journey on public transport yet tomorrow. So whether it's going east coast or whether it's going down to Ayrshire or down south into Dumfriesshire, I've not decided yet. I've got 3 potential locations I want to go to. I'm not sure which one to go to yet, but wish me luck, because it could be quite fun. Good morning. It's the 31st of May 2016. It's the morning after the last part of the vlog, and I'm off travelling. It's about 10 to 11. As you can see, gorgeous weather. Nice and warm. Got a jacket here. Don't expect it to be on for all the day. I expect to be taking it off rather quickly. But I'm off travelling. I'm going to the train station, so that kind of gives you an idea of where I might be going, because there's only limited train stations. I have decided where I'm going, and I'm not going east coast because the weather's not going to be good enough. I'm not going south. I'm going west coast. And hopefully it's a very good decision. Well, since we have the time, I think I'll tell you now. Going to go to Weems Bay so I can get the ferry out Dunwater to Rothsay, fulfilling my Historic Scotland card again. I'm going to go to Rothsay Castle today. Kind of stopped at the moment on the train just between Bishopton and Port Glasgow. Apparently there's some people online At least they were upfront about it for once and not saying any sort of excuse. It actually was trespassers on the line, they said. They didn't say leaves in the line or anything like that, although I don't understand how you get leaves at the end of May, but there we are. So just wait for the train to move again once they've got the people off the line, and then we will see how it goes. But it's going to be tight to get the ferry, I think, now, because of it being delayed as we are, so I may have to make some time and some enjoyment over at Weaves Bay, but we'll see what happens. This may sound absolutely stupid, but some of the footage you saw me filming on this camera was the first time I've used it, hence the reason I'm using it in the vlog, so I can test it. I had it on the wrong video setting, so it's highly saturated, so my apologies of some of this vlog. I managed to fix the setting now so it's normal picture, so it will match in with the rest of the stuff I've recorded on my phone, or will record on my phone later on in the vlog as well. I'm just going to the ferry now, I'm going to buy a ticket. I'm at Weaves Bay. So time for the ticket and the Rothsea ferry, which is the direct link, which is quite cool. So we'll see what happens from here. As you can see, I'm now on the ferry to Rothsea. Managed to get there just in time. As it turned out, the train arrived just before the ferry left. Excuse me if you can't hear me that much, I might have to subtitle this, hopefully I don't, because obviously there's a wind going from my ear, so I know that's going to capture on the camera. But I start sneezing as soon as I come on board here because of the sunlight, the light reflecting off the white walls of the ferry, so sunglasses come on so you can't really see me anymore with the eyes, which is probably a good thing. So yeah, I'm going from Weaves Bay over to Rothsea, so we'll see how we do when we get there. I've got to make a wee trip to the castle once we get there, so we'll see. But the castle's kind of not too bad. It's £9.60 to get from East Ryde to Weaves Bay, return, and it's £6.10 to get return from Rothsea to Weaves Bay. It's going to cost me nothing to get into Rothsea Castle because it's free for me, being a Historic Scotland member. So I'm just enjoying the sunlight, being a tourist. So what's today? I'm enjoying my day off work. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I think I'm going to switch to my mobile camera just for now, just to ensure that I save the battery for this because it's starting to go just a little bit. So here we are, I'm going to change over to the mobile camera. Hello. Right, so that's me on the camera on the phone again. Here we are, I've arrived in Rothsea. And now I've got to find my way to the castle, but I have a little bit of help. I think I can see it. I think I can actually see it. If I try and switch this phone round, you'll see over there. You can see it from the railing, but there we are. Let's get upstairs. There is my destination, Rothsea Castle. Let's go and explore, shall we? Here we are, Rothsea Castle. As you can see, it's a slight ruin, but it's excuse the father and daughter being misbehaving at the bottom. But as you can see, it's a quite an impressive building. This is the main square. Got a few exhibits round, still looking round at the moment. But yeah, no, it's certainly worth the trip, and it's lovely weather today. It really is. It's gorgeous. I think I might be doing more than just going around the castle if I get a chance, that's for sure. Now, when you go around many castles, there's not really much of a line of any of the internal buildings in the courtyards of castles. This one's a little different. As you'll probably see if I turn the camera around and go behind me here, you'll see that there is here an outcrop of a building here. That's the chapel. I know, I've gone in shadow. There we are. I can't get the sunlight look, but there we are. Right, so that's the chapel behind me. And it's quite rare to have that sort of layout there, but this castle was extensively renovated a couple of times, and you'll see that from behind me. You'll see there's, if you look closely, you've got the main wall there, and then you see it changes the type of style of building around about here up to a kind of rougher stone, and that's when it was extended upwards. But it's circular curtain walls, which is quite unique to some extent. And in some ways it's kind of a similar, some of the way the building methods are, it looks fairly similar to something that you get in Bothwell or somewhere like that, but what am I to know? I'm only a history buff. So I'm just sitting here, and as you can hear, there is a seagull nesting there. She got a bit startled when I first sat down there, or he got a bit startled, started making noises. Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, so yeah, that's me nearly done my tour of Rothley Castle. I'm going to walk around the walls, and then I'm going to have a walk around Rothley and see what the place is like from afar. So it's about 2:45, still plenty of time. Alright, I hear you. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll enjoy the rest of the day. And you never know, I might be back in Rothley Castle next time for something a bit more interesting. Just a quick note, there's nesting seagulls all around this bit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 is asleep, 5, and over there 6. I think it's not that safe to go between that bit here because of all the birds. I think I'll just walk back. So that's me about to get back on the ferry to Weeps Bay. I've had a wee wander around Butte. There is one thing I haven't done yet. I'm going to take a wee photograph in a minute. And that's a selfie picture for not just my other social media sites, but also for shadow here, I think the hat's causing the problem, but also for the title card for this vlog. Anyway, I've got my ice cream, as you can see here, 99, and I'm gonna end it there, I think. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe as always if you like the video. I have a video every Sunday at 7 o'clock GMT. Next week will be a interesting video, which hopefully, in the scheme of things, I'm recording tonight. But if you have been watching, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. See you later. There we go. one more video in the vlogs, and that was an interesting one to some extent because it had a couple of technical issues to it. One, the filter on the friggin' camera, I don't know what happened there, and two, a sound issue. It's not something I actually noticed properly until I went to Aberdour about a month or so later. Basically, the back camera had got a hiss against it, which is annoying. The front camera was fine, but the back camera had a bit of hiss, and you maybe hear that in there. So I was aware of it, absolutely. But that was interesting. It was good to see. Quite fun. And it's interesting how nervy I still am. But the seeds of the vlogs that you guys get nowadays is certainly starting in that video. So it's really good, really cool to see. Yes, hello everybody, welcome to Streamstructor. I'm here for the next hour, maybe 30 minutes, something like that, a wee while anyway. So yeah, welcome, hello. So if you've not been with me before, you won't know exactly how this format works. You've just seen an archive video, that's fine. I basically pro-wrote one of my videos from the channel because I've been doing weekly uploads for 5.5 years, so lots of videos I can work with and look at. So I put another one up today just for a bit of a variation, and that was my vlog to Rothsey. Not the last time I go to Rothsey, but it was a lovely day there, and some of the scenery as well. I didn't appreciate it at the time, but some of the scenery going over the boat was absolutely stunning as well. Scotland's really beautiful when you get a chance to actually concentrate on it. And yes, the next video will be Krakow, which I went that in June, so that was quite interesting vlog to go to. So yeah, that'll be next time on the live stream. Question is, when is the next live stream? We'll get to that later. Anyway, so we've had one video already, which is the vlog to doing the water. The next one's a little bit of comedy. You've seen a split personality before. I did one for the Christmas one. Was it the Christmas one? I think it was the Christmas one a wee while back. So I thought I'd do another one today, just very quick, and it was done at the time with the craze of Pokemon Go. So the title is basically Pokemon No. So yes, that's the next bit here. Before I do that though, a little bit of conversation about what's happened with me this month. I did my first big social gathering since lockdown this month. Downsides of being an introvert, of course, is that you don't feel comfortable around crowds, and having COVID and that come into play, and everybody being locked down, that tolerance you built over the years has been broken. And my story for the engagement party isn't that I didn't enjoy it, I just felt slightly uncomfortable initially with such a large crowd around me. So this is the engagement party for Fraser and his partner, Siobhan. And they had it in Edinburgh. They had it in a place called Bruhamina, which is right across the road from Waverley Station. So it was easy enough to get to. And it was great. A great night. I got more and more comfortable as the night went on. I didn't get a chance to speak to Fraser much, but that's understandable. He's got other people there he needs to speak to. He's not going to be honing on me all night. But there were people from his Origins pilot there. There was friends, colleagues he's worked with before. Arthur was there as well, so that's the first time I've seen Arthur in person since Captain Sci-Fi Con in the Coordinate Exchange in Edinburgh in February 2020. So that was fun. It was a nice little experience, but I did feel a little bit funny at times because of my insecurities of being there with other people, and it was getting better as the night went on. As people started to leave, I felt more comfortable with the numbers that were there. Jazz was there as well, and Jazz was the life and soul of the party, literally the life and soul of the party. She was absolutely manic, and my God, that girl can hold her alcohol. That's all I'm going to say to that one. She puts me to shame. I did drink for the first time in social circumstances for about 18 months, but I kept it steady until the shots started coming out later in the night. But I still managed to wake up the next morning fresh-faced without a hangover, which is always a bonus for me, especially when I'm prone to migraines. But overall, it was a lovely day, lovely night. It's a shame that I can't have any much conversation with other people on here right now. Of some of the people who were there. Fraser obviously is not available just now. Arthur unfortunately looks like he may not be here tonight. It's a shame. He said he would, but a lot of things have come on tonight, and it's quite a poignant time for Arthur. So I understand why he's not here tonight, but that's fine. Speaking of one-man banks and being alone and things like that, you may have noticed the titles of the past two, the past two live streams have been based around a certain song. There's a trilogy. The third title you'll see later, but it's kind of relating to my migraine as well, which is quite funny. So yeah, there's a trilogy of the same thing going on here, but I'm quite enjoying it. Really, I really am. But yeah, that was the party. I'm not going to say too much about it in regards to that. I've been not that I didn't want to say too much about it, but I just want to say my feelings and experiences. I enjoyed it. I loved going there. I loved the fact I was away and out the house and got back and trying to get back afterwards. And I slept over at my sister's, so it was a walk back from the city centre. The one thing I would say is, city centre Glasgow, that is. The one thing I would say about the whole situation with it was the most memorable bit for me is a bad memory, and it's nothing to do with the engagement party. It's the shoes I was wearing. So I bought new shoes for Mum and Dad's wedding anniversary dinner and overnight stay at the Popinjay back in July, and they were fine for that because it was very short distances. But I found out how bad the shoes actually were and cutting into me because I was had plasters on them for 3 days. So yeah, not a fun experience really with the shoes, but it went on well, it did well, and then the next morning, brunch with Fraser and Arthur in Partick. So that was a lovely social time, and I want to get on to be more sociable again soon. A few things planned for my week off, which I have this week. Socially wise, one of them may be a teamstructor, kidstructor. I'm not sure how that's going to work though. Whether it's going to be online. I think physically it's not going to be possible for logistical reasons, which is an absolute shame. But it's just one of these things. But overall, I'm looking forward to having a bit more social interaction with people over the next few months. And one thing I would say about the engagement party is, right, it made me realise that maybe I've been a bit too harsh on myself when it comes to love and finding relationships. And let's just say I've been starting to make inquiries since. So you have inspired me, Fraser, and if something comes off of it, I will thank you forever. So yes, I have been delving into chats and dating apps and things like that. I'm running through 4 at the moment, so we'll see how we go. But I really thank you because you never know, something might come up. I might be able to do another resolution by the end of the year. It'd be lovely if I did, but we'll see how it goes. I'll take it in baby steps. I'm not gonna preempt stuff because I've done that before on the channel, and the relationships went within about 5 minutes, so I'm not going to mention it at the moment anymore because there's nothing to tell really, and when there is, I'll probably keep it a bit stum anyway, just to make sure I don't tempt fate, don't tempt karma. Anyway, so yes, that's it. So we've had the archive video for vlog 25 doing the water. I'm now going to play you a little bit of comedy just to brighten everybody's day. Time for me to argue with myself with a bit of split personality. Brilliant. Fantastic. Finally got it. Bam. Are you seriously saying to me that you're loving this? A stupid game like that? Oh, come on. It's only a bit of fun. I mean, I'm just playing a game that's popular. So you go about walking about trying to catch imaginary monsters. Why not? There's other games out there that are a lot worse. I thought things were getting sad with you. All this filming kit and going around vlogging all over the place, but you're getting worse. Oh, come on, don't be stupid. It's not that bad, surely. Really? You think I'm being stupid? Oh, shut up. All right. Ah, Jigglypuff, come here. There we go. Yes, nice little comment come up from Fraser there. Argue with myself. Hurrah! That's always the way, isn't it? Always enjoy arguing with yourself. That's all I'll say to that. Fraser, leave a comment there. Believe in love. Open yourself to the possibility. It can happen for those who want it. You'll get there. Don't close yourself off or judge people too quickly. Don't worry. That's the plan. That's the idea. And thank you for your support there. I know you keep dipping in and out. You must be making dinner and things like that. That's fine. I know you'll watch this properly later on, so you'll know exactly what I said and why. And I'm sure you'll berate me if there's something wrong there, Fraser. But yeah, bit of split personality, bit of comedy, bit of fun. Something I don't do much of on the channel anymore. Just because, logistically, if I want to be funny or have a bit of comedy, I talk. My sarcasm and my humour comes out in what I do with the vlogs and everything else. So that's where my concentrations tend to be, is that. But just a bit of background. When I first started doing the channel and doing the weekly uploads, I had theme weeks. So I had a vlog, I had an interesting video, I had a comedy video, I had a Doctor Who related video. Obviously 2 of those strands still keep going. Maybe not in the weeks that I set them, but it was a way of keeping me going with weekly uploads. And of course it stood the test of time. I mean, I may not have a lot of subscribers, but I'd rather have a slow build of subscribers than to go based on one thing that burns me out. And I stick to that even now, and I'm really happy that it has happened, I suppose, is the polite way of putting it. Anyway, so yeah, that was the engagement party, and obviously that split personality there, me arguing myself, little sly comments about me videoing all over the place. One thing I would say about the split personality thing, there's one joke in there I think I'd want to do again if I got a chance to refilm it, and that's the very end one when I said, "Oh, Jigglypuff, come here." I probably would have taken the come here out and maybe said it, and maybe waited to the end caption for the ISO Productions and just said, "Oh, Jigglypuff," or something like that. It seems to be maybe a bit of a better joke for me. That's the only thing I'm not quite sure of with that one. But hey, trial and error. These things always work. There's something. I'm not one for wanting to stick now. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. I know the stuff that works. And I know you guys love watching stuff when you see it. So I'm not going to complain too much. Anyway, so that was the second of the archive videos. One more to go, which is Doctor Who review of Trial of a Time Lord, parts 5 to 8. Mind what? So yes, there's a bit of conversation going on about that. So let's get into the big meaty topic and discussion for today. This is probably what's going to go up on the clips that comes up on the channel on Wednesday. So there's been big news in Doctor Who world. I kind of kept stum about it online until now. I made my initial feelings known on social media, but I haven't said anything on the channel, as I want to keep it to this. So Russell T Davies, the original showrunner from 2005 to 2010 of the Revive series, 2009 of the Revive series, has confirmed he is coming back to Doctor Who to be showrunner from the 60th anniversary onwards. It's really an amazing thing. And is it going to shut up the haters? No. It's going to do something they don't like. Has it made people think, told you so, that's what needed, we need Russell T Davies back and everything else? Maybe, we'll see. But obviously I've been watching rumours and listening to rumours and things like that, and people have got contacts. I watch Dr. Freedom, I watch Mr. TARDIS, and both of them have had contacts and situations, and I watched Council of Geeks as well about what was happening. And the rumour was that Sally Wainwright was going to be the showrunner, and they were going to put it to use her production company to co-produce it, because the BBC was maybe starting to think, well, we need this Doctor Who's bigger than what we can manage. We need somebody else to help us to manage it. That rumour in regards to a showrunner and a co-production company coming out actually turned out to be true. Just the wrong name and the wrong company. Because Bad Wolf, who have recently done his Dark Materials, or doing his Dark Materials, are based in Wales. And they have Julie Gardner and Jane Tranter, who were instrumental in bringing back Doctor Who in 2005, along with Russell T Davies. And they're the co-production company. And actually, that was the one I was thinking maybe would be the one that would come in if they did go down that route. Although I wasn't sure if the time of his Dark Materials would interfere with that, because obviously of the situation with them still filming that. But what I understand, there's only 3 series of his Dark Materials. The 3rd one's being filmed right now, so there'll be plenty of time for Bad Wolf to get involved with Doctor Who by the time the 60th anniversary comes around. So yes, the thing that got me was, right, when it came out, and I have a funny feeling, and I agree with what I've heard from other people, that I think it was about to leak, and they had to announce it. Because I don't think they were wanted to put such an amazing bit of news to basically overshadow what was coming out in Series 13, when Series 13 comes out. Because if it was all part of the plan, Chris Chibnall and BBC Studios would have capitalised on it by getting Season 13 out at the same time, a trailer out or something like that. It's terribly frustrating at the moment with this whole situation with the new series, and it's kind of putting my schedule slightly up in the air as well, because I've no idea when I'll be able to do first impressions, my initial reactions, my hot takes of the story that went out the night before. And it's going to affect the scheduling a little bit here as well, because I'm not doing a Streamstructor next month on the basis of Who month, but I'm also not probably going to do a Streamstructor until after the series finishes. But it's only 6 weeks, so it's not going to affect it too much, because it's usually on a Sunday, and I live stream on a Sunday. But my personal opinion about Russell T Davies coming back is great. Does it feel smack of desperation? Maybe. I mean, the BBC obviously wants to keep Doctor Who going as a brand. They thought that a hiatus was not the best idea. They need to get somebody back in. And they've obviously been working on this for months, which is why the rumour of another showrunner coming in and a co-production company came in. They got the wrong name, but that's obviously where the truth of that rumour comes in from. So, will he go back to what he did before? No, I don't think he will. I think he'll do something different. I think Russell T Davies has developed as a writer in the past 10, 12 years. I doubt very much he's going to go back to the same formula that he had during the Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant era. He's going to have something completely new. He's going to have a new Doctor for him to work with. He's going to maybe not steady the ship, but he's going to bring back some of the love that some people have and some of the interest for it, because he's such a big writer. That's part of the reason Doctor Who works so well in the first place, because of him. Excuse me. So, I think it's actually going to be interesting to see what he does with it, and I think there's going to be a different slant to it, which is going to make it very exciting, and I'm going to really enjoy what happens when we get it back. The fact he's doing the 60th anniversary and a series, at least, or series, as they said in the press release, is really intriguing and really lovely to figure out and have, that we have consistency for Doctor Who for a few more years, because I honestly thought it was going to be hiatus for a couple of years and have a rest. But I wasn't sad about that, because I was thinking, well, to be fair, if it does have hiatus, it's not a problem because of the situation with the series needing a rest. I think it probably would have been good to have a rest and have public eye, because obviously it's struggling now to get what it needs to the momentum's gone. And I think this is where they find the momentum. Is it the final roll of the dice? I don't think so. I think it's a kind of necessity. I think they were going to have a co-production at some point after BBC Studios took over the running of Doctor Who a couple of years ago. I think a co-production was on the cards. A proper co-production was on the cards. So this isn't a surprise to me. In regards to the new Doctor, should it be a woman? Should it be a Fraser's left a chat, I'll get that in a second. So should it be a woman again? Yes. I want to see another woman. I want to see it's not just a one-trick pony. Because even though Jodie has been brilliant, the writing's not shown the best of what a female Doctor can do. And I'm confident that Russell T Davies could do that. He could bring in a lot of new blood as well, because a lot of people want to work with Russell T Davies. He could get more directors in, he could get new people in, new actors in, and things like that. It could help the profile of the series properly. It's brilliant. However, I don't think... Do I think? No, hold a minute. Yeah, that's right. Murray Gold. As much as he is an integral part of that part of the series, I think it's too soon for him to come back. Keep Sega Akinola there at least, because his music's actually not been too bad, and I'd keep that if I was you. But it's totally up to you. It's totally what you want to do and how you want to do it, and that's it. That's not much more I can really say or do, really, of the live of my thoughts or feelings. That is it. I'm excited for it coming back with Russell T Davies at the helm. I think it's going to be great. Do I think I think it will be a woman doctor? Yes, I think it will. Who is it? They're saying Lydia West. People saying she's too young, but then you think Matt Smith. She's actually slightly older. I personally, selfishly, would prefer that. I personally, selfishly, probably would not prefer that. I'd prefer maybe a doctor who's maybe slightly older than me, because that's the last tentacle of my Whovian fandom. I've got used to the companions, the actors playing the companions, being younger than me since Karen Gillan came in the scene as Amy Pond. But I've not had situation with the Doctor yet. Jodie just was a year older than me, so she's covered herself there. But I think it's going to be an interesting situation, and let's be realistic. It's going to be more likely going to be somebody younger than me this time round, who takes on the role of the Doctor. So I'm prepared for that. But selfish me wants somebody in the early 40s, just to make it a little bit more longer time where I can be younger than the actor playing the Doctor. But that's my personal opinion of that. Look in the chat. Fraser's made a comment at the back of the my relationship things and working, and he said, "Mate, I've had plenty of false starts, as you know, and I nearly gave up. Then I met Siobhan, and everything changed and reset. It can happen for you too." I seriously hope it does. But as I say, I'm working on it. You've inspired me again, mate, and I'm really happy with how it's all been going, and hopefully, something good comes out of it. Something good comes out of it. Anyway, enough Doctor Who stuff. Let's get on with the running order. We've got one more thing, which is Doctor Who. Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who. So time for the second part of the Trial of the Time Lord reviews. Parts 5 to 8. Time Warp. Mind Warp. Not Time Warp. Mind Warp. Hello there, and welcome to another Doctor Who review. This time I'm reviewing episodes from Colin Baker's last series, Season 23. Last time, if you were watching last week, you will have known I've done the review for parts 1 to 4. This time I'm doing the review for Trial of a Time Lord, parts 5 to 8. Now, this little book, the television companion, obviously I've been reading the plot lines for the classic series off this. It does have it in one full little paragraph. I've been able to split it up. It is quite easy to split up. So I'm now going to read the next little bit, which concerns this part of the story. The Valeyard's second segment of evidence relates to the planet Thoros Beta. Here the Doctor and Peri meet their old adversary Syl and others of his mentor race, whose leader Kiv is awaiting an operation from a scientist named Crozier to transplant his brain into another body. They also form an uneasy alliance with a kidnapped Krontet warrior King Yrkanos and encounter a group of resistance fighters. Peri is eventually chosen as the recipient of Kiv's consciousness and is apparently killed in an ensuing melee sanctioned by the Time Lords to prevent Crozier's work from disturbing the balance of nature. So yeah, parts 5 to 8 of A Trial of a Time Lord. This section is probably my favourite of the sections of the series. It is one of my favourite ones overall. So yeah, we've got the plot line here, written by Philip Martin, this one. He writes this one. It's his second contribution to the series, and it's the second appearance of Syl, which we'll come back to in a minute. Second time I reviewed Syl. I've done Vengeance and Varos already. You want to see that top line for corner? Go have a look. But yeah, shameless plug. But yeah, no, it's an interesting story, interesting idea. It's interesting seeing society. All right, people say it's maybe not as well built as it could be. It was an interesting. It is a swipe, I think, of society at the time, because a lot of, in the 80s, the business nature and the yuppie culture was starting to come quite a bit at this point, and the whole business parody is there, with the mentors and their commercial interests, and that the whole body transplant thing is kind of comes out of Frankenstein. All that sort of body horror becomes quite apparent quite quickly. What the plot line is going to be with that, although there's a bit to and fro about that. Yeah, Ron Jones directs this. It's not as overly lit as the last one that was done by Nick Mallet, but then again, I suppose the clinical nature of Nab Station needs that. But yes, it's a lot darker. The lighting's been turned really down, makes it really atmospheric, and it really does work. It's the first use of the paint box in Doctor Who. The Sea of Souls, I think that's what they call it. The seaside scenes at the beginning and that parts throughout the story are really good and really well done. And it's nice to see that effect. It really makes a difference with the pink sky and the pink sea and the bluish green sky. It really does work well, and they've done a good job with it. Obviously, you can see some of the lines around here, but you know it doesn't take you out of it really, and it's a nice little story, builds up. It is where the trial segments become more relevant. I love the fact that there's elements of the story that kind of relate into the trial room, and the fact that the Doctor's going to be effectively condemned for this, and of course the shock ending of killing Perry. Let's go into the characters once more and just go into it. So you got the Doctor in this part. It's a nice turn for Colin Baker this time. It starts off with the avuncular Doctor that we started to appreciate and love a bit more in the previous segment, the previous few parts. This one is a bit more of a concern for me in regards to the story in the series, because it shows a different side which people, considering the nature of how the series worked and everything and how the production worked, which I'll go into in another review. I'll do it at the end when I'm talking about the last parts. It's interesting to see they do a parody of that, of the Doctor being too violent, the Doctor being not likeable, and they turn it on its head here. They really do turn it on its head here. And it's a shame, because I like this fact that the Doctor's trying to be scheming, but he's planning. There is undercurrents of McCoy's incarnation coming in here, but not as well done. Not as well done at all. Companions put in danger, people put in danger. It's certainly something different to what Perry expects, and it kind of puts her relationship in jeopardy a little bit. And I do. It's good. Colin Baker once again doesn't put a foot wrong when he acts this, but it's interesting seeing that take of the Doctor changing here. A bit more scheming, siding with the baddies for most of it, and actually helps with the first transplant from one brain, from Kiv's body himself to the other Kiv, as I call it, the brown Kiv. What was it? I think Syl makes a comment at some point about the colour, and refers to it as something to do with poo or something similar like that, which is interesting. I'll come to Nabil Shaban's part again in a minute, because it's actually better than Varos in some respects. But overall, I do like Colin Baker's characterization here. I do like the Doctor at this point. It's an interesting change, the way it works there. Obviously, we know why, because the Doctor's brain was flooded by that brain device, scanning device in part 5. And it changes his character. You can tell he's starting to change back again. That's when it gets a little bit muddled, I suppose. But yeah, I do like this part. The character change is quite pronounced, and I quite do like that. Perry, this is probably one of the strongest Nicola Bryant performances since Caves of Androzani. She comes into her own. I like the fact that she, alright, she's a bit screamy at the beginning and runs about a bit, but the fact that she starts taking control, and the relationship building up with Yukanos and that, and the way she takes control with him, and the fact that she's the spunk is coming back through again, and this time it's really working. Nicola Bryant does a brilliant job as possessed, as Kiv possessed Perry at the end. That's a fantastic bit of acting, and it's just a shame she didn't get that sort of meaty acting beforehand, because she proves how good an actress she actually can be. But yeah, Perry's there. Perry's not annoying again. They are getting a little bit ratty with each other again, but I suppose under the circumstances you can understand that. There is always that undercurrent with Perry and Doctor. There is that undercurrent of being rattiness between the two of them at this point. Again, the Inquisitor's really there as a kind of ringmaster in the trial scenes. She does say at one point, "Sit down, shut up," to the Doctor because he keeps moaning and bumbling. She doesn't appreciate his puerile comments and says to them, you know, to refrain himself and control himself a bit more, because he's been a bit with the Valyard, stat yard things are coming to head. But yeah, no, you know, she's still there. She's still the adjudicator, but at the end of the day, she's the judge here. She's not really anything else particularly. The Valyard. This is where Michael Jason's character comes into its own. You saw elements of it in the last, where he really wants the Doctor's head. The evidence and some of the tactics that the Valyard uses here to get the Doctor off his perch and ruffle the Doctor's feathers is really well done by Michael Jason. This viciousness and this forthright, this is why, this is what you're wrong, this is why you need to be killed, and this is why you need to be prosecuted here, because you're really affecting things here. If it wasn't for what you did here and how you dealt with it, this wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have lost Perry. And that sort of characterization is really brought out well by Michael Jason here. It really is. Then we have the guest cast. I'll come back to Brian Blessed and Ricarnos. I want to go with Nabil Shaban's first with Sil. I like Sil in Varos, but I think he works better here. You still get that snivelly, saving his own scales Sil that we know, but he's there for a few comedy elements in this one. One of the funny splits is the bit when Kiv transfers in bodies and he says, "I want to be the first person he sees," and Kiv goes, "Oh, a bit scary." I love the running jokes, the fact he thinks Perry's repulsive and makes a comment when Kiv gets changed into Perry's body. You could have picked a prettier one, which I thought was ironic. I love that characterization. I love that whole character of Sil, and you know, it's in there's no parts that the Shabbat doesn't do justice here on here, and it's a great turn. It's a great part. Then we've got Christopher Ryan in his first Doctor Who appearance. He appears again later in Sontaran and Stratagem story in the 10th Doctor's era, using a similar voice to what he does here. Now we have Kiv, played very well by Christopher Ryan, but you can see technically where the actors are who are full height and don't really fit into the costume properly, and you can see the actors who don't fit full height, like Nabil Shaban. Nabil Shaban's disabled. He fits in that suit. That's why his tail wiggles and the others don't. It's an interesting design point, but it's all. But you never see him being picked up really, and if you do, it's in a very cut way, so you don't see his legs. But it's a great little turn from Christopher Ryan. It works very well. This business brain, who seems to be tormented a little bit here. And I do like the characterization he does. It works very well with Sil, this kind of mental thing, and Sil being very toady towards him. I do love it. I do like it. Patrick Reichart, on the other hand, playing Crozier. I think he just turned up. I mean, he's a great actor and over that, but it sounds like he just turned up and said the lines. There is one element I do like, the nonchalant nature of Crozier I do like, and that's the bit where Kiv's just had his brain transplanted into his brown Kiv body, as I call it, and he's about to have a cup of coffee. He's drinking the cup of coffee. Kiv goes into cardiac arrest, and he actually finishes his last sip of coffee before he actually starts helping him out. It's kind of like, well, I'll finish my coffee before I help you, and all this, and he's a bit melodramatic. He just seems like he's phoning it in, though, just a little bit. You've then got Matrona Carney, played by Alibi Parsons. Nice little mini role. Doesn't really do much. I like the fact that she's there as a kind of, I'm the matron, I'm the leader of all the girl servants. You will do what I say. She is the assistant to Crozier. That little sequence with Perry when she becomes a servant and gets found out by the Doctor. That's a nice little touch from Matrona there. You've got Frax, played by Trevor Laird, who obviously comes back later as Martha's father in series 3 of the New Who. But this is his first appearance in Doctor Who. He's basically a guard with a superiority complex. That's all he is. He's a guard with a superiority complex. That's all the character is. Dorf, or the Koza, as they call it in the credits, by Thomas Branch. Very difficult because the guy's got teeth in. You can't really hear him half the time. It was enlightening. I actually watched this with subtitles this time round because it was quite a wet afternoon when I was watching it, and had the window up because it was bloody warm in the house. But when I was watching it, I put the subtitles on because I didn't want to have it too loud for the neighbours and things like that. So I put the subtitles on, and actually you can understand a little bit better when you have the subtitles on what he's saying sometimes, because it's a little bit muffled about what he's saying. And then we have Richard Henry, who plays the mentor, the old mentor that's sitting there in the experiment chambers, in the science chambers in part 8, and he's basically there for comic relief, and it works well. Comic relief for the fact that Brian Blessed is playing King Carnus, the loud voice. You see both elements of Brian Blessed's acting chops here. He is the standout guest character of this story, of the segment, Matrix segments. The nuances of that character, he's so alien, but he's also playing on his Flash Gordon character, and the loudness of that. But he's also got the nuances of Brian Blessed that we knew before. There are times where he'll turn it down and be very quiet and very mellow, and this alienness coming through with the whistling and the alien language and things like that. And then he'll go loud and shout and all the usual stuff that everybody knows Brian Blessed for now. The character's a bit one-dimensional, but Brian Blessed turns it and makes it something interesting and fun, and is the highlight of the Matrix segments in Forest Beta, and really does make the difference for the story in that respect, and certainly is the reason why I come back, is for his performance. Some people don't like it. I think it's just right, and it certainly lifts the story, and I think it is one of the better bits of the writing by Philip Martin here. I know I said Sil's better here than he is in Varos, but it's not as good as Varos. In that respect, it's still within the same range in my scoring, but it's not the best of them. It's not my favourite writing he did. I prefer Varos to this. The allegory doesn't work as well this time. The allegory last time of Varos was obviously all the situation with allegory on video nasties and things like that, which obviously has become more meta as it's gone on, with reality TV and that. This one is more a parody of its time. It really doesn't have any modern relevance at the moment with business and things like that, so it doesn't work as well. The writing, though, of Killing Perry, that's played well by all concerned, and it really gives attention. And when I first saw that, and I first saw Trial of a Time Lord, was it? It's not quite 20 years ago, about 15 years ago, I think I got the VHS originally. And when I saw that, as far as I was concerned, there was 3 companions that died in the series, up in the classic series. You had Katarina, Sarah Kingdom, and Adric. Then Perry dies, and I'm going, hang on a minute, all my reference books say she doesn't die. What's happened? Whoa. And I was looking through it and trying to find it. And of course, you find out later on that's not the case. But at that point, you can see why it was such a punch, because I got that punch. Even though I had some foreknowledge of the series, I got that punch going, hang on a minute, there's something wrong here. Have they missed something? And that immediacy still hits me now when I watch it again, all those years later after watching it for the first time. And remember, I didn't see this live. I could have potentially seen it live. It may be a bit violent for me at 3 years old, but I could have seen it live. I could have seen it as it came out for me. When I say live, I mean as broadcast. Obviously, it wasn't live; it was recorded. But because of that, it kind of lifts up the segment and it makes it one of my favourite segments. I wouldn't say it is doable of 4 TARDISes out of 5, but it is a better 3.5 TARDISes out of 5 than the last part. And that's where I think it sits. Again, you're not going to get how that sits up with the rest of the stories. I'm going to do that as an average for the whole of the trial once all of the reviews are done. Next time, I look at Terror of the Vervoids, and you might get a little bit of it on 13 or 14 as well. Haven't quite decided. The plan was to do 9 through to 14 next. I might split it up. These reviews are long enough as they are. I'm just noticing that when I'm recording it. So yeah, you might get 2 more actually. You might get an extra video than I wasn't expecting to record. And I've got another review to do as well, apart from this, for the anniversary itself. But yes, if you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag Teamstructor. The whole series of reviews is up on the top right-hand corner there. My finger is completely wrong. There we are. No, that's wrong. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that's it. That's better. I was going completely backwards there. Up there. Up there. Up there. That will do. Could not get that finger right then. Way, that doesn't look right. Anyway, somewhere up there anyway, right, okay. Yeah, so all the playlists up there. If you like the video, share it with hashtag Teamstructor, as I say. Comment down below. Tell me what you think of 5 to 8 of Trial of the Time Lord. Tell me what you think of the other Trial of the Time Lord, the rest of the Time Lord as well. I'll take comments from all the videos, of course, and have a look at them. But that's it for now. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you like this channel as a whole, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. A new video does come out, usually, general rule, 4 PM GMT on a Sunday. I am back next time with parts 9 to 12. Until then, or maybe 9 to 14, I haven't decided yet. Until then, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Hello everybody, welcome back to a Streamstructor. I was going to say another Streamstructor, it's the same Streamstructor, so I was going to completely confuse myself there. But yes, I'm back. That was Trial of the Time Lord Parts 5 to 8, the Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who from Who Month in 2019. Speaking of Who Month, next month is Who Month. So completely Doctor Who related next month, no other elements at all. And there's no Streamstructor because of it. I'll come to that in a second, but I like that review. I like watching that review. I think it was actually quite fun watching that one. I think it worked quite well. I do agree, though. I think Brian Bless is the best guest cast actor in that, and you do see his acting chops and more than just the big loud voice. I think that was really well observed, Barry. Well done. Clap myself to happiness there. If you want to catch any of the videos, ooh, I've just lost my stabilization on my camera. There we are. Knew a technical issue was going to happen at some point tonight. Oh, I need to tweak that a little bit. Hold on. Oh, I don't have the tripod tonight. I've used another element and it's not worked, as always. Anyway, there we are. Back we go. That's still not going to work. Never mind. So yes, that's a review there for Who Month, so of Who Month for Trial of the Time Lord, and 9 to 12 will be next time on the live stream. The next live stream is going to be in December. I haven't decided exactly what date yet. You will have a better idea of that on the channel update at the end of this month. But I'll be back in December, and I'll go through why now. So the channel video every Sunday, 4 PM GMT. The links are up there. They've been scrolling on the top right hand corner of this live stream all the way through. The chat bits here. I think it's a little bit cleaner, the whole layout we've got here now, and it's little hints of what's happening. So what have we got coming up? Well, we've got a clip from this live stream on Wednesday at 6 PM GMT, which is the 6th of October. Then on the 10th of October, Sunday, 4 PM GMT, is my vlog to St Andrew's Castle. Then on the 13th of October at 6 PM GMT, as it currently stands, is 6 facts on the ITV franchise auction. Then on the 17th of October at 4 PM GMT, we have the Doctor Who review of the War Games, the 50th Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who. And then on the 24th of October at 4 PM GMT, we have a Kidstructor. This is one of the 3 that I couldn't get broadcast earlier in the year because of content IDs. One of them has now become available to view. As it currently stands, it still is. So Arthur and I will be reacting to Visionaries. So hopefully you can join me for that. Then we have the channel update on Halloween, the 31st of October at 4 PM GMT. And hopefully by then I'll know exactly what the schedule is going to be like 100% for November. So hope to stay tuned then. But the first Sunday in November, the 7th of November, currently is going to be a premiere video. It's not going to be a live stream. It's going to be broadcast from 4 p.m. GMT. I will still be there in the chat to have a chat talk with if you want to say hello. But basically, I'm going to pick my 5 favourite reviews I've done from the Deanstructor Reviews Doctor Who strand over the past 3-4 years of the 50. So you get a chance to see all that. And yes, it then kicks in with all the Doctor Who reviews, 5 Doctor Who reviews in November, but a bit more about the dates and times and what's going to happen, and whether there's any first impressions, hot takes videos of the new series of Doctor Who coming up that time as well. We'll soon find out. But until then, that's it for now. Thank you everybody for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag Teamstructor. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when a new video comes out. General, a new video every Sunday at 4 p.m. GMT. I also have a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Deanstructor. And that camera is going to annoy me. Go to patreon.com/Deanstructor. I'm nearly done anyway. Go to the website. From as little as £1 a month, you can help support the channel, or $1 a month. Check it out. Patreon.com/Deanstructor. That's it from me. I'm going to go before this camera completely goes over the place. But thanks guys for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Next live stream will be in December. Dates will be confirmed at the end of the month in the channel update on the 31st of October. But next week, or Wednesday, you've got a clip of this live stream, and then Sunday next week, 4 p.m. GMT, is my vlog to St Andrews Castle. I hope to see you at both. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.